Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So today on this video, we're gonna make something kind of hand in hand that that goes with the previous video we released, which that one was explaining all about how to obtain the resources in this game itself. So what we're gonna go over today is what you can do after you've hit capped currency, and I'm also gonna explain a little bit about the order right here, because they kind of go hand in hand, and it's a little difficult, so I do apologize if some things are a little out of order, because you can't explain one without the other, because they go hand in hand. So, the first thing we're going to talk about here is we're going to go over to our resources. So we're going to hit I, currency, and look at our limits here. So as you can see, I'm capped on class sparks, I'm capped on sparks of insight, and I'm nearly capped on credits. I have 96,000 left to go. You can cap these with obviously a matter of ways. So class sparks you can easily gain by just killing monsters or killing bosses or mini bosses. Sparks of insight you can easily cap by just running your dungeons and whatnot. And credits can be capped in a numerous of ways via holy text, enhancement stones, valuables, ether cores, and just regular credits. However, when you are capped, there are some things you're gonna get that work. Or when you are capped, there are still things you can do in the game, and you can still avidly play the game, 5 to 10 hours a day until the reset happens again. So what we're going to talk about first is holy text. Even though this still contributes to the credit limit, it's kind of important to note. So holy texts go directly into your order, and this whole entire order system I'm going to explain to you guys right now bypasses the entire cap of this game, and this is why it's important to understand this now. So if we go ahead and look, we're going to start with the missions tab. In the missions tab, you have a bunch of adepts you get. Your adepts will be unlocked at a certain prestige. I don't remember exactly what it is. Maybe it's like 1.6k to 2.5k. You'll start getting adepts. And your adepts have classes on them. The class doesn't matter too much. Try to mix it up a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. You've got like healer, templar, engineer, envoy, sorcerer, etc. And you've got a bunch of other stuff. So you basically take your adepts. And you send them out on missions. When they go out on missions, they come back and you accept it and they bring back the stuff. So let's talk about what these things are for really fast, and then we'll go right into the holy texts. So you've got gifts, and gifts are directly used for upgrading your provinces. If you look over your provinces, they require an order rank, they require the holy texts, and they require gifts. Upgrading your provinces will give you a might bonus or a stamina bonus depending on which upgrade it's on. Furthermore, it'll give you a percentage health bonus. This is how you see a bunch of people running around with like 15k, 20,000 health, if not higher. Majority of it is scaling off of this. So if you were to just add up my 6 provinces right now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, that's 300 stamina and 6% health on my next order rank up. That's pretty huge. It costs no credits, it's just holy text. It's holy text and then it's gifts, and that's it. Alright. Now, going back into this, what we're going to talk about, again, is how this all works and what resources you need to try to, find. The number one most important thing is followers from this. The more followers you have, the higher your order rank. You can increase the number of followers by sending your adepts on quests or by making your adepts into missionaries. So if we go over to our adepts here, we can go ahead and take a look at them. So, which one's not here? Alright, here we go. You can enlighten your guys up, and they will require messenger necklaces and acolyte medallions. Furthermore, symbols of immortality or adepts emblems depending on their rank. So like a tier 1, a little white rank one, will not really take much. It'll take like I think 50 coins and something else, and then very minor amounts of resources here. Then going from a green to blue will take more, and then going from a blue up another rank, I think purple is the next one, will consume even more. When you have them at this, you can actually make them into a missionary, and you can kick them off and send them away, and they'll come back with more followers and a bunch of other stuff. A method that people told me to use is basically you get yourselves to a blue adept right here, and then you send them out, and they come back. Basically, you send them out and you kick them out, and they could go goodbye forever. But you get a bunch of followers out of it. I think it's around 240 to 300. I don't know if you get more depending on what the prefixes and suffixes are, or the affixes on here, like for example, mission difficulty and duration. So, just to go over an overview, use followers. Followers go directly into your provinces. You can see your follower rank right here, your order rank. So I need another, basically 700 to progress to the next rank. And at the next rank, I get to upgrade and get the 300 stamina. On top of the 300 stamina, I get the 6% health, which you can see right here. Another cool feature about this is when you're upgrading your actual provinces as well, or I guess you could call them your temple and your chapel, you're going to need another type of material, which is kind of separate and which goes into grinding, but you don't really need to grind it hard. It's every 2 days they kind of pop up, which are your Oki tablets, along with your Rings of Founder, which is the tier higher, and one more tier above it is a silver pommel. So what this is essentially is you need 2. So you get 1 Oki tablet, and then you'd get, so the Oki tablet would increase your temple's quality. The second Oki tablet would be used for your chapel, and you set that in, and then you can now choose your bonus of what you want. Be careful in your bonus, because I do believe you need to use the same type of resource to reset it again. But you need to have an adept of that tier, or color, or rarity, whatever you'd like to call it, to get the full bonus out. So for example, in my current chapel, I have 6.6% accuracy. We'll call it like a tier 2 because it's blue. And if I switch over to a green one, I do not gain the bonus. I have a 3.3% because he's not high enough to match it. So again, let's talk about this. How does this all affect with your currency cap? Well, if we go back to our currency cap now, over here in our currency, you can see when your sparks of insights are capped, you can obtain ammunition and supplies. If your class sparks are capped, you can obtain acolyte medallions, fighter amulets, and messenger necklaces. When we looked back previously, these 3 resources are directly used for enlightening your adepts, and then you can send them away so that you can gain. Let me turn this off because my stream is trolling me right now, boys. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. You can basically send them out and bring them back. Sorry, let me try that again. You can kick them off after you enlighten them, and after that you gain the follower bonus for kicking them off via the missionary. So that's what these are for. So even though you're capped on class sparks, you obtain these now, which is actually really, really good, because the faster you gain these, the faster you can tier up, and then the faster you're still gaining a bunch of your prestige without even, completely bypassing the cap. Now with your sparks of insight, you gain ammunition and supplies. Ammunition and supplies will directly affect you because that's what's required to send your adepts out on missions. So if we go over here and look at missions, you can see this would require 69 ammo. This would require 253 ammo. This one would require 69 as well. 69 is a good number, boys. This one would require 253 supplies. So that's the actual resources that's consumed to send your guys out. Alright, so that pretty much goes over a majority of it. Again, with the holy text, one thing to note, if you want to kind of min-max your resource consumption, this is kind of a little tip to you guys. You don't have to do this by any means, it's not required. But if you look in my inventory, holy text will sell, well not sell, but essentially, a holy text takes 500 from your credits when you actually obtain it. So this goes towards your credit cap. So this is assuming you're not credit capped with holy texts. To purchase a holy text, it actually requires 1,075 credits. So you actually save like 50% if you were to farm holy text instead of farming credits. I don't know how it's still popping up even though it's muted, but sometimes, boys, you just don't understand. So you actually, instead of just spamming for credits, if you spam for holy text, you're literally saving yourself money. Which, since there's a cap on money, it's kind of important. But that's just a little bit something to throw at you guys to help you guys out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, there is so much content you can still do, even though you are capped, because I've been capped for quite a while now. So, let me just go ahead and pop up my atlas here. Actually, I don't know what this thing is called. We'll call it the world map. And show you guys. Please. Anytime now. Please. Alright, here we go. You can see I've got ×2 here for ammunition, which is used for sending your followers out. You've got the coins here, which is directly used. This is another thing, adept emblems, which are used for upgrading them with the enlightened feature. I've got over here the 666, which would be ×3 for PvP, which is awesome, but too bad no one ever queues for PvP, so rip. I can never get my Oki tablet here because no one will queue up for PvP. Please queue up for PvP, boys. And then over here we've got the next tier, which is Symbols of Immortality, which is upgrading them to the next tier, which is the blue ranking. Over here, I've got my Mare Sacro Monastery for 33 ×3 holy texts. So it's pretty cool. There's still a lot of features you can still do. And of course, not to mention, you can still constantly run dungeons and gear up as well. That has no effect at all or influence on your currency cap. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I apologize if certain points were out of order. It's kind of hard to put all of this together, God, they're just donating and doing everything on stream. That follow confusion, LMAO here, have one in the house. Alright, boys, this is what happens when you stream. Thank you so much for the donation while I'm making the video. Confirm salad, hashtag. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Any comments or anything you need, feel free to drop them down below in the comment section. If you guys want any guides on specific features as well, all you guys gotta do is put them in the comments below, or Reddit if I decide to post this to Reddit. So take care, everyone. Have a wonderful time, and I hope you guys enjoy yourself.